Today is May 31st. May 31st. Let's do this. I don't know how my... Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I did not, did I? I didn't do that one. Hello. Welcome. Hi, how are you? I've been waiting for a live. Perfect. Sorry, it's taken a minute to get on. My kids were very needy tonight and I wanted to give them attention. So, good. Very good. A lot better than I have this week. So, what's up? So really quick, we're gonna get started. Good. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Okay, so quick introduction and we'll kind of just go over what we're doing here. So hello, my name is Kirsten Morley, your certified emotion code and body code practitioner. What is the emotion code? The emotion code is an energy healing technique that helps you to identify and literally release negative trapped emotions from your body. And trapped emotions are like negative, harmful emotional energies from negative past events. And trapped emotions, I believe, can cause depression, anxiety, physical discomfort, like headaches, back pain, lower back pain, pinky pain, gut issues, fibromyalgia, and all of that fun stuff. So trapped emotions, I believe, can also cause you to feel blocked from other people. I believe they can cause you to feel like a lack of happiness, disconnection from people, all that stuff. So releasing trapped emotions, trapped emotions are made up of energy just like the rest of the body, and it can exert an influence on the physical tissues. So releasing these trapped emotions makes conditions right for your body to heal itself, because that's what your body's made to do. Your body is made to heal itself, but when those trapped emotions get in the way of your body healing, then it prevents you from healing. Anyway, so when you release the trapped emotions, the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual pain or discomfort either goes away completely or it becomes a lot more manageable. So that's the gist of the emotion code. I also like to talk about the heart wall. So if you have any of these 10 symptoms, then you probably have a heart wall. Anxiety, depression, PTSD, low energy, fatigue, major health issues, foggy mission in life. So this is like relationship issues, giving or receiving love, and then abundance and wealth issues. If you have any of those 10 symptoms, then you probably have a heart wall. So what is a heart wall? So when you go through trauma or abuse, those trapped emotions that we were talking about, when you go through the trauma or the emotional times, your body has an energetic self-defense mechanism to protect your heart, because your heart's the most important organ in the body. Without your heart, you're not getting blood to your toes or your fingers or anything else for that matter. So what your body does is it scoops up those emotions and places layers over your heart, creating this wall that's preventing you from feeling love, blocking you from happiness, all of the things. And so once you release the trapped emotions from your heart wall, it typically takes anywhere from 3 to 5 sessions. Once you release that completely, then those 10 typical symptoms either go away completely or they become a lot more manageable. So that's the gist of the emotion code. I would love to hear in the comments how many you guys have. So that's literally like condensed version of what I do. If you're interested in getting a session, I do offer one-on-one sessions. You're welcome to go schedule those. And then also if you'd like to enter to win, just click on the link in my bio and click on the button that says live TikTok session giveaway, and then you'll be able to go enter to win. So it says you wanted to update me on some stuff. I keep healing from anxiety attacks much quicker than usual since I since having a live session. Yay! It really changes my life. Thank you so much, for real. You're so welcome. I'm seriously so happy for you. That's awesome. I do for sure. Yay! All right. Hey, love your face. With a lot of major issues, I'll send you a message, but love you. Schedule, girl. Schedule. I would love to work with you as much as I possibly can. So I love working with you, Erica. All right, so let's get down to business here. All you have to do in order to get these sessions here on live are completely free. The only thing that I ask that you do is follow me here on TikTok, on Instagram, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is the only thing that I ask that you guys do. That way, you know, these sessions can stay free. So, and then if you feel like sharing this with somebody who you feel like could use this type of healing, definitely share with them. That way, more people can heal like they deserve. So, and then if you double tap on the screen, it actually helps me with the algorithm. That way we can help heal more people that need this and help those people that wouldn't otherwise get help. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Dun, 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 dun. So just a reminder, just click on the link in my bio and click on the button that says live TikTok session giveaway if you'd like to enter to win. That way I just pick people at random and we do as many sessions as I can fit as possible. I'll probably be on for like 30-45 minutes. So feel free to go enter and we'll get you on the list. So let's see. Again, these words to enter to win. Yay. All right, so we have Lizzie on here and a few other people. Again, just click on the link in my bio and click on the button that says live TikTok session giveaway. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right. All right, let's do this. We're going to pick somebody. Let's get started. Yay. May the odds be ever in your favor. Who is that? Lizzie. Awesome. Let's do this. Okay, and then just a reminder, stick around because I will be doing multiple sessions. So you could still have a chance to win. Hi, how are you? What is today? The last day of May. That is crazy. May went by so quick. That went by way fast. Hi. Okay. Lizzie, if you're ready, let's do a session. Just tell me what you want to work on and we can get started. Good. How are you? New here. Welcome. As in symptoms? Yes. So like physical or mental issues. Something that's measurable, preferably. What was that? I know it's my husband. I didn't know what. Anyways, yeah, so we can work on anxiety. We can work on anything physical, mental. So when do you give these sessions? Here on live. Stomach GI. So is it like a pain or a pressure or a bloating? What do you feel like the stomach sorry, gosh, I'm trying to think of the word. So like, what is the actual symptom? Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Bloating currently. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the bloating? 1 being the lowest and then 10 being the most severe. Thank you so much. So we actually have a family vlog that we are currently trying to make content for. We literally spent like all day today trying to make content, and it was so much fun. We would actually love to do it full time, but it would just be a matter of like getting, what do you call that, brand deals and stuff. That would be so fun. So fun. Okay. So bloating is at an 8. That's pretty high. So we'll see what we can do. We'll have a quick moment of silence. We'll get to it. All right, connect as proxy for Lizzie. Yes, Lizzie, what is the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this bloating? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Confusion. When did this occur? Before the age of 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, 16, age 16. Do we need to know more? Okay, my kids like to take my magnets. Oh, there it is. Okay, so go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this bloating? Maybe even 2, 4. Guilt. When did this pretend to 9, 8, age 8? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this bloating? Maybe even 2. Failure. When did this pretend to 9, 8, 7, age 7? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this bloating? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Confusion. When did this 10, 20, 29, 18, age 18? Do you recognize any of these emotions by chance? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this bloating? Maybe even 2. Failure. When, maybe confusion. Okay, that's okay. The nice thing about the emotion code is that you don't actually have to recognize everything in order to heal from it, because we are still releasing the negative trapped emotional energies from your body, and you still get the healing from that. Does that make sense? So failure. When did this 10 to 9, 8, 7, 6, age 6? We need to know more. Okay. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this bloating? Maybe 2, 4. Hatred. When did this 10 to 9, 8, 7, 6, age 6? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? That would be perfect for y'all. I loved the airplane apple grabbing. I don't know what that is. Airplane apple. I don't know. I've never heard of that before. You're going to have to fill me in. What is the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this bloating? Maybe 2, 6. Unworthy. When did this 10 to 9, 8, 7, age 7? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this bloating? Maybe 2, 4. Hatred. When did this 10 to 9, 8, age 8? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this bloating? Maybe even 2, 6. unworthy. When did this pretend 20 age 20? Need to know more. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's so cute. Yes. That our kids love shopping. They love to just put anything and everything into the cart. And sometimes it's so hard to tell them no, just because they're like puppy eyes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, stop. What is the biggest trapped emotion release and that's causing this bloating? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Ooh, this one is self-abuse. When did this occur? 10, 9, 8, 7, age 7. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct? That was the biggest trapped emotion release. Now that is causing this bloating. Maybe even out of 1, 3. Defensiveness. When did this pretend to 9, 8 to age 8? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest? All right, Lizzie, go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around. Give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it. And then take a really big deep breath. Thank you for all the likes. I really appreciate it. And then on a scale of a 1 to 10, how do you rate that bloating? Might need to like give it some really big diaphragm breaths, or big belly breaths, I like to call them, where you're like breathing into like the pelvic area rather than like your chest. Does that make sense? Take a really big deep breath into the pelvic floor. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, yay, from an 8 to a 5. That's awesome. That's still really good. Yay. And I bet if you kept breathing, it would keep going down. Because I feel like there's a kind of like, not necessarily like a lot of stubbornness, but it's kind of like that feeling of like, you just have to like let things kind of settle. And then over the course of like, 5-10 minutes, things should continue, which is good. So yay, I'm so happy for you. Thank you for the flowers. I really appreciate it. Let's ask, all right, let's do another session. Hope y'all stayed. Let's do it. You're so welcome. Crazy. I wish I remembered those ages so I can things you were saying at other ages. So if you're an empath, I'm definitely not going to be surprised if you don't remember. Does that make sense? Can you do help with, I can't seem to get past the friendship with someone? Yes. Resonating. So I'm not sure what you mean by getting past. That's me, girl, an empath. Yes. So you probably don't remember any of it, or a lot of the ones that you absorbed. Maybe you remember the circumstances or the timing, maybe, but I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't remember all of them. So especially if you're an empath, which sucks. But so when it comes to like friendships and stuff, the cool thing about the emotion code is if you are wanting to like actually resonate with someone, I do recommend that both people work on themselves. However, past the friendship to relationship, I'm asking because someone. Yep. So one thing that I do recommend is actually a couple of things. Release your own heart wall. Release your heart wall, because that is something that actually prevents you from like connecting with people. So like, for example, if you have two people, but there's like a wall in between, it makes it really hard to communicate. And it makes it really hard to connect. And become intimate, not just physical, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually and energetically. So when you get rid of like not only the heart wall, but anything in between you guys, game changer, total game changer. I've taken people from like 7% resonating with their spouse or their significant other all the way up to 99% or 89, 98%, somewhere around there. Anyways, it was a huge difference. And there's a lot of different outcomes that happen with it though, especially if you're like struggling in the relationship, or if it's just like kindling the relationship, then that's definitely something else. But definitely I love working on relationships. That's actually going to be my next YouTube video, if I can get around to doing it. But because me and this person are connected, but we're both healing, but I'm in love with her. Okay, 10 out of 10, recommend releasing your heart wall. And it's going to be, usually it makes a huge difference. Does that make sense? And then also doing a session specifically on resonating with that person. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, so the person who won is Lindsay Lou. That's so cute. I like the way you spell that. Lindsay Lou. Lindsay Waters. Yay! Yeah, so definitely schedule. I would love to work with you. I'll probably recommend the one-on-one session, specifically the introductory session, and then we can talk about it more, because I'll know exactly what we need to work on, what's priority, what's not, all that stuff. Yep. So you can actually go to this place, link in bio, and schedule the introductory session. It's the button that wiggles. So that should be available. All right, Lindsay Lou, Lindsay Waters, going once, going twice. Moving on. Whoops, wrong one. Next person. Oh, I love working with couples. Yay! I'll talk to you soon. Elizabeth Marie. I like your middle name. Whoa! I'm here. Welcome. All right, so what are we working on? We can work on anxiety, depression. We can work on literally anything you want. Mental, physical, anxiety. Elizabeth, 23. Anxiety. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate it? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. A 9. Oh my gosh, that's really high. Super high. All right. We'll have a quick moment of silence and we'll get to it. And then just a reminder, the only way that I'm able to do these sessions for free is if you follow me here on TikTok, on Instagram, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is the only thing that I ask that you do. So let's see. All right. Connect this proxy for you. What is the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Confusion. When did this occur? Before the age of 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, age 16. Do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1. Vulnerability. When did this 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, age 7? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Confusion. When did this 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, age 5? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1. Insecurity. When did this pretend to 9876 age 6? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this anxiety? Maybe 4. Hatred. When did this pretend to 98 age 8? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even 4. Depression. When did this pretend to age 9? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4, 6. Shock. When did this pretend to 987 age 7? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1. Heartache. When did this pretend to 98 age 8? Do we need to know more? Okay, let's go ahead and release that. All of this is making so much sense. Whoa! Yes! I love that. I love that. Let's ask, what is the biggest trapped emotion? Okay, go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around, give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it, get it. Get it, get it. Let's see. Go ahead and take a really big deep breath. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the anxiety? 1 being the lowest and then 10 being the most severe. 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. Yeah, we like literally almost cut your anxiety in half. So much better. Oh my gosh, yay. That's beautiful. I love that. All right, let's do another one. I've been wanting to schedule an appointment with you. So in need of relief. Yes, schedule. If you see the sticker here, you know what to schedule. 10 out of 10 recommend. I actually have openings on Friday if you'd like to get in. Definitely schedule sooner than later so that you can get like the spot that you want. That's most convenient for you. So let's do this. Another sesh. Rachie, where are you? That's a cute name. I like that. Oh, Rachel. Yay! Let's do it. Oh, you're so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do your session. Marion, look. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I always think of Kevin Hart when he does that. Okay, what are we working on with you? Rachel. 29. What are we doing? So anxiety, depression, headache, back pain, lower back pain, pinky pain. I need to schedule with you again. I've been neglecting myself. Girls, schedule. Definitely do it. I have openings. Better get in there sooner than later. And 10 out of 10 recommend. Let's see. All right. So I have not seen any more comments from you, Rachel. I'm so sorry. TikTok could be blocking it. I'm sorry if it is. but definitely tell me again what you want to work on. If it's like anxiety, you can put an A, and then if it's depression, you can put a D. Is that backwards? Anyways. Oh, thanks. You're so sweet. All right. Anxiety. No, that's okay. Sometimes it doesn't come through and sometimes it does. So, and then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the anxiety? 1 being the lowest and then 10 being the most severe. What is this? It's emotion code. Oh my gosh, that's high. Okay. We are just releasing trapped emotions from Rachel, which is an energy healing technique that helps you to release trapped emotions from your body. So I'll show you. If you stick around, you'll kind of figure it out. But we'll get started. We'll have a quick moment of silence. We'll get to it. What is the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3, 5. Terror. When did this occur? For the 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, age 16. We need to know more. Let's go ahead and release that. Oh, sorry to hear that. To be correct, that was the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety. Maybe even out of 1, 3, 5. Terror. When did this 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, age 16? 2 terrors at age 16. That's interesting. Did we correct that? What's the biggest? Thank you. It has been a long time since I've seen you on here. What is the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3, 5. Unsupported. When did this 10, 10, 9, 8, age 8? Let's go ahead and release that. I'm new. Does any magnet work, or is it a specific? This is literally a refrigerator magnet, and this is what I use for everybody. You can get one of those fancy ones, but they're too clinky for me. So they make too much noise. I prefer to be as quiet as possible, which is, I don't know why, but what is the biggest trapped emotion release that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Confusion. When did this 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, age 15? We need to know more. What are you using that magnet for? Okay, so when you release a trapped emotion, you're holding the intention to release the trapped emotional energy from her body. So I'm acting as proxy for and on behalf of her, of Rachel, the person that we're working on tonight. And then you take the magnet and it actually magnifies your intention. And we are swiping it down the governing meridian, which is from the top of the lip all the way back down to the tailbone. It's one of your biggest energy rivers. And actually it's your main energy river where it's just holding the intention to release the confusion from her body. I hope that makes sense. So we'll ask, what is the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Confusion. Lots of confusion. When did this 10, 20, 29, 8, 7, 6, 5, age 25? Do we need to know more? I need to get swiping. Yes. Did we correct? That was the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety. Maybe even out of 1. Heartache. When did this 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, age 17? Let's go ahead and release that. How long have you been doing this? I have been certified since 2018, so almost 5 years. Something like that. 4 years? I don't know. Anyways, you'll get the idea. Rachel, what is the biggest trapped emotion release now? Actually, yeah, almost 5 years. What is the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4. Hatred. When did this 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, age 15? Let's go ahead and release that. I was doing it for over a year, almost a year before I got certified. I had gotten, not that I'm saying I had gotten really good, but because I still needed a lot of practice, but I did it a lot. Like I practiced so much, even a year prior to getting certified. So technically I've been doing it for like 6 years. So how can you tell it's working? I'll show you. Okay. What is the biggest trapped emotion? Okay. Rachel's in here. Both. I did it on myself and others. So, Rachel, let's go ahead and have you stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around, give me a little shimmy, a little bit, it's working. Get it, get it, get it, get it. And then after a really big deep breath, one being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate the anxiety? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. One being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. Drum roll, please. A 4 or 5. So we'll have 4.5. So we literally took her anxiety just in the last like 10 minutes. We took it from an 8 to a 4.5. 4.5. That is literally cutting her anxiety almost in half. Yay! That's all we do. We just release trapped emotions from your body, and then you feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. It's super, super cool. And once those trapped emotions have like left, they're gone forever, and that's it. It's crazy how much energy I can feel moving when you're doing it too. Exactly. Oh my gosh. How do the fingers work to tell you? Good question. So it's called muscle testing. There's several different ways on like how to muscle test. So you can do like the arm test, the elbow test. So like this is yes, this is no. So your body goes weak for no, and it goes strong for yes. So every time I muscle test, this is called the ring and ring method. So you just take 2 rings and put them together. And if it stays together, then it's a yes. And if it pulls apart, it's a no. So if you ask yourself, even yourself, like your subconscious or somebody else's subconscious, when you're tapped into them, you can get a yes or no answer based on your question. Does that make sense? It's the same thing. They call it a sway test. So if you stand with your arms straight down and you close your eyes and you say, okay, you say something positive. So like love, joy, peace, harmony. You're like, you are naturally attracted to those things. So your body will sway forward. And then if you are, what do you call that? If you are saying like negative things like war, peace, Satan, all those things, then your body naturally like goes away from those negative things that are in front of you. Does that make sense? So if you say a congruent statement, your body will sway forward. And then if you say an incongruent statement, your body will sway backwards. Yeah? And it's the same thing. Congruent statement, yes or a no. You can even ask, how much does my body believe in this statement? I love myself. More than 50, 40, 30, 39, 8, 7, 6. So 36%. Again, just process elimination with the emotion code chart. Excuse me. And then process elimination based on age. And then release. And that's it. That's it. So if you're interested, so I'm not going to gatekeep here. If you want to learn how to do the emotion code for yourself, 10 out of 10 recommend reading the emotion code book. I know it's backwards. You can actually find this linked in my bio. If you use the link, I get credit. Really appreciate it if you do that. If you want to go get certified, again, link in bio, go get certified. If you use my link, I get credit. And that's it. Okay. If you want to try it out, the link is in my bio. You can go pay for a one-on-one session. It's super easy. yeah, how does I don't know what that means. Anyways. Oh, how does the certification work? So the certification is basically, first and foremost, you have to read the book anyway. They make you read the book before you get into a certain part of the certification anyway. So read the book. The book will actually teach you how to muscle test. It'll teach you how to release your own trapped emotions, and it will teach you how to release your own heart wall. So get reading. And then with the certification, you have to go through all of the training. You have to work on so many clients. You have to work on so many pets, and then you have to release so many heart walls. I'm going to be really honest. It is a little bit different when I went through it than it is now, just because they revamped a few things, and like some of the training stuff, but I 10 out of 10 recommend if you are planning on making it a business, or if you're just super interested in working on yourself a lot, or even just like your friends or family, cool. But if you cannot afford to get certified, then read the book and it will teach you all of the basics of what I personally do as a practitioner. Does that make sense? And again, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I promise I'm not going to bite. So do you ever fully release all emotions? That is a really good question. So Dr. Bradley Nelson says that the average person has about 350 trapped emotions. So I would say I believe it is possible. However, I do know that we're all human emotional beings. And sometimes, as we continue life, we are continually creating these emotions. Not saying that they're never going to get released, but obviously if you're not doing any healing, then there's going to be a lot there stuck. It's going to be a lot stuck there. So I hope that makes sense. But so interesting. I know. I love it. I have literally been obsessed with it for a really long time. So can you release for others without their request? It is not ethical to do that. Technically, you can work on kids. So other people's kids, as long as you have their parents' permission. Does that make sense? Or you can work on your kids if you're doing it. I've worked on a lot of kids. There are some kids who really needed it. Some others, I feel like it was really beneficial. But yeah. So like, for example, if your kids have nightmares, we can work on that. If your kids have like belly aches, definitely an issue we can work on. If they're not sleeping through the night. I actually had one of my favorite clients that I worked with was one of her daughters was not like, she was so overstimulated. She's like, please, I'll do anything. Like, can you please do a session like as quick as possible? And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't right now, but I can do it in like 20 minutes, So I want to say I did this session and she's like, as soon as I finished, I'm not even kidding you, I sent it to her and she's like, she fell asleep 2 minutes ago. And I was like, what? That's so cool. Like she was so overstimulated to the point that, like she was, I don't know if you've ever had a child that was so overstimulated that they just couldn't sleep. They couldn't calm down. They were like overstimulated and literally within minutes she fell asleep. It was the coolest thing. I've worked on pets. I've worked on, the youngest was 12 weeks in the womb, just because baby was having health issues and stuff. But I've worked on as old as like 90 something. I don't remember how old he was, but cute old man. I actually had, oh my gosh. Okay. So I had a guy, actually it was an old man. He was so funny. He was like, I hate taking my blood pressure medication. Like, is there anything you can do for me? I was like, yeah, let's try it. So, I want to say I did like 1 or 2 sessions on him and, the next day he's like, because we released like a whole bunch of stuff, and he's like, oh my gosh, I don't have to take that stupid blood pressure medication anymore. Look at my blood pressure. And he like has like the home one that you can use at home. And he's like, look, I don't have to take it anymore because it's down far enough. And I'm like, yes. So anyways, there's a lot of things that I've worked with. I'm not allowed to say that I can help you get off of your medication, but I have helped other clients get off of their medication, specifically anxiety and depression medication, just because they worked with their doctor and they okayed everything, and it's awesome. That's really cool. What a cool way to help people. Exactly. That's why I love this stuff so much, is because I feel like it's so subconscious, like it's so below the surface that I personally don't have to understand every single little detail in order to help people heal. Does that make sense? You literally just identify the trapped emotions, release them, and then you literally feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's obsessed. I can't remember. There was actually another lady that came on here, and she said she had been in therapy for like 25 plus years. And I'm not even kidding you. She like, it was like a once or twice a week, and she never missed a week, never missed a session, therapy session. And she's like, I have had 100 times more relief, more success with the emotion code in 2 sessions than she did 25 plus years of therapy. Like, don't get me wrong, therapy can be awesome for certain things, but sometimes when it comes to like the actual like emotional relief, it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. So, and that's actually the same thing that happened to me. I want to say I was going to therapy and I was like, I can't take this anymore. I'm so sick of it. I don't know what to do anymore. And I tried the emotion code, and I had more emotional relief within 2 sessions than I did 6 months of therapy. And that's saying something. Like I went to support groups that were like, I felt like welcome and it was really nice. But at the same time, I felt like because we were always talking about everything was coming to the surface, but nothing was being released. Does that make sense? It's like you're about to take off your backpack and you're just holding it, but you're still holding on to it, you know? And it's like, I'm going to talk about the stuff in my backpack. And really you're supposed to be throwing the rocks out of your backpack, but really like, you're just like looking at them and talking about them and still holding on to them. So you still feel really heavy. But the emotion code, like, what's this? Release it. What's this? Release it. And that's it. That's why I love the emotion code. So don't mind me. I'm just like ranting. All right, let's do one more session. One more session and we will get started. We'll see how this goes. I don't know how to pronounce that. Jessica Earnshaw. Did I say it right? Jessica Earnshaw. Jessica Earnshaw. Going once, going twice. Moving on. Mama Van 11. I'm here. Welcome. All right, what are we doing for you today? Jenny, welcome. What are we working on today? So we can do anxiety, depression. We can work on anything physical, so headaches, back pain, lower back pain, gut issues, knee pain, ankle pain, calf pain, hip issues, anything you want. Jenny is 38. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate that issue? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. Anxiety. And then on a scale 8. Perfect. Okay, we'll have a quick moment of silence. We'll get to it. All right, connect this proxy for you. What is the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Defensiveness. When did this pretend to 987 H7? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even 2, 4. Panic. When did this pretend to 987 H7? Let's go ahead and release that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe 2, 4. Anger. When did this pretend to 9H9? Let's go ahead and release that. Ooh. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even 2. Failure. When did this occur? Fish 10 to 987 H7. Let's go ahead and release that. Are you recognizing any of these emotions by chance? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1, 3. Confusion. When did this, every single one? I love that. Sorry, just geeking out here. When did this 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, age 15? Let's go ahead and release that. All of mine were spot on too. Really? I love that. Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that is causing this anxiety? Maybe even out of 1. Insecurity. When did this 10, 20, 30, 20, 28, 76, age 26. Let's go ahead and release that. My mind was blown hearing each one. What? I love that. Yay! Did we correct that? What's the biggest trapped emotion release now that's causing this anxiety? Go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around, give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it, get it. Get it, get it. And then go ahead and take a really big deep breath. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate that anxiety? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. Get it, get it. I went immediately to a 4. Oh my gosh, we just cut your anxiety in half. Yay! I'm so happy for you. So that's literally all we do. We just release trapped emotions and you feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Woo woo. Yes. Okay. That's it. That's all I have time for. And again, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one session, I have time available on Friday if you'd like to go schedule a one-on-one session. Otherwise, I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Bye.